Cisco buying cross-cloud capable Isovalent.
Yeah.
Why don't you start, Will, and then we'll. I want to make sure Matt gets his in there.
You bet. So this sort of crept over the wire in December, and so many folks may have been, kind of chiming out for the holidays. But yeah, so what Cisco aims to do with Isovalent is to enhance its multi-cloud capabilities with respect to security and observability. And I'll be completely honest, I wasn't familiar with the company. I did learn that Cisco had become an investor initially in the company as part of their Series A funding in 2020. And the technology is actually based on open source. And so I've got my notes right here, but it's called eBPF. And it's basically an open source technology that allows software programs to program to the heart of the operating system down at the kernel level. And that provides a level of flexibility and performance and capability. But I'm sure, Pat, you're much more knowledgeable about that underlying architecture. But again, this sort of demonstrates Cisco's growth through acquisition.
Yeah, a bunch of ways that Cisco innovates, and I would say they've got the most definitive innovation strategy out there, which is build it ourselves, even invest in A round and seed rounds. That's very novel for a company this size. Everybody has their B round and C round capital offerings, but Cisco has it covered all the way from seed to B and C round. So this was an investment of their own, and this flies into what I've been harping about for a decade, which says there will be multi-cloud. Public cloud has a 15-year advantage timing wise, or not an advantage, but about a 10-year advantage because the on-prem cloud really just got real with folks like Red Hat having portable application, I'll call them application fabric cross cloud. And then you've got Cisco that has what's called the networking cloud that is actually kind of a misnomer because it's a networking and a security cloud.
Right.
And this flies into that and gives it the ability to on the app layer and the networking layer add some robustness to whether you're an AWS, GCP, Oracle Cloud, on-prem, sovereign cloud, really anybody with an IP address to be able to have the magical one pane of glass to be able to manage applications and networking and security no matter where they are.
Yeah, think about this, right? ByteDance, Datadog, Sky, GitHub. These are all folks that or companies that have kind of embrace Isovalent technology long before the acquisition. I am amazed at how what's the word I'm looking for? How good Cisco is at Pat, you hit on this, at finding not even diamonds in the rough, but kind of just those unicorns and either making an investment in them and leveraging that investment or going out and acquiring them. And they do it time and time again. And this is yet another one. And it's funny because it's a company. I always thought of Cisco as just like, they're a networking company and who cares about networking? It's just plumbing, right? And it's been my ignorant attitude for a long time, but they seem to stay 5 yards, 10 yards ahead of the industry time again. And this is another one of those that I think people are going to look back at it and go, man, that was a smart acquisition. Love it.
Yeah, I love that Cisco got the jump on cross-cloud capabilities, by the way, in the areas that make sense, right? And will you get a lot of action related to DNS, right? Infoblox is another cross-cloud security and networking that goes literally across any place there's an IP,
Mhm.
single pane of glass. VMware has it on the app layer as well. Cloudera has it on the data management layer.
Yep.
You can manage it the same. I mean, that is the future, and it is the future because we know that every company will be multi-cloud, and if you're not, you're lying, or you just don't know the future. You might have a tier 1 public and a tier 2 public. What happens if you acquire a company that's on OCI?
Mhm.
Or you want to do business in a place that needs a sovereign cloud, or you have a workload that's not spiky, that makes absolutely no sense to be running in the public cloud. You should be running it in your own data center at a third of the cost, or let's say, 40% of that cost at a Digital Realty or an Equinix or something like that.
Mhm.
So, and it's just a matter of time. And today, each of these IT, they have a special team for every one of those clouds. Okay. You have the AWS security person, the AWS apps person, the AWS ops person, the AWS networking person, the AWS security person that works on a team, just like we used to do and kind of still do, where you had the mainframe team, the mini computer team, the x86 team. It was just like, and then it's like, nope, this makes no sense. So, hey, I think we've exhausted this topic. Thought.
One cloud does not fit all, right? I think that's the headline.
It doesn't, and people are just finally waking up to that. So, and by the way, all you vendors out there, if you're not cross-cloud, multi-cloud, you don't have a very good future. Sorry. I'm
You heard
sorry.
it from Pat. You heard it from Pat.